bottom of the racetrack. The driver that can manage tires, get down the straightaways, and get to the bottom in the corners is going to have a real good shot at going to victory lane here today.
Hello, everyone. I am BowserJrXD. Welcome to the...
Once again, 150 laps.
Welcome to the West Coast Motorsports Hall of Fame 150 at Kern County Raceway Park. Race 1 of 12 for the ARCA Menards Series West in 2025. I didn't get all my stuff really set up because I was watching the Rolex, but I'm here now. 150 laps around this half-mile oval in Southern California. Quickly, the starting lineup. Starting 12th in the number 05 Toyota for Shockwave Motorsports, David Smith, 74 years old. Starting 11th, driving the number 7. So anyway, the spots for the 05 is Shockwave Marine Suspension Seating. Starting 11th, driving the number 72, Tim Cash Chevrolet for Strike Mamba Racing. 34 years old from Oaks Bluff, Alabama, Cody Dennison. Starting 10th, driving the number 51, the Texas Law Book Chevrolet for Strike Mamba Racing. 22 years old from Wellesley, Massachusetts, Blake Lothian. Starting 9th, driving the number 7 Toyota for Jerry Pitts Racing. 18 years old from Las Vegas, Nevada, Gavin Ray. Starting 8th, driving the number 42 Chevrolet. Number 42 MMI Sunwest Construction Chevrolet for Cook Racing Technologies. 26 years old from Dawsonville, Georgia, Spencer Davis. Starting 7th, driving the number 3 Toyota Central Coast Cabinets Toyota for Central Coast Racing. 15 years old from Getafe, Spain, Adrian Ferrer. I gotta speed this up. 6th, number 9 Ford. That's 18-year-old Robbie Keneally. 5th, number 5 Sherwin-Williams Toyota for Jerry Pitts Racing. 21 years old Eric Johnson Jr. Starting 4th in number 50 Ford for High Point Racing. 28-year-old Trevor Huddleston. 3rd in the number 71 Ford for Jan's Towing Racing. It's 20-year-old Kyle Keller. 2nd, the number 13 Toyota, it's Tanner Reif. And on the pole, Daniel Hemrick for Bill McAnally.
It is time to
Here we go. We're green at Kern County. Sorry, I'm going to have to speed through that. Daniel Hemrick holding on the bottom. Tanner Reif going to try to get the run on the outside. Hemrick can't close the door.
He's going to stick the nose ahead down into turn 3.
Huddleston getting ahead of Kyle Keller for 3rd. Rice takes the lead. Coming down the front stretch. Huddleston on the outside goes to 2nd.
Huddleston going to follow him through, and he's going to grab 2nd. Daniel Hemrick dropping to 3rd.
Go figure, he loses the goddamn lead.
Tremendous start by Tanner Reif in the number 13. Huddleston.
I don't even know how you lose the lead if you're a Xfinity champion driving for Dan McAnally in the West Series, but I digress. Tanner Reif still leads, Huddleston 2nd. Oh, tire rub there. Someone's had a smoke on the back right of the number 50 Race Car Factory Ford.
I'll tell you what, Tanner Reif made a couple of starts early in 2024.
Tanner Reif trying to show that he can perform just as well as his younger brother Tyler, when running in the East Series with former West Series team Sigma Performance Services. All right, fourth is still Kyle Keller. 5th is Eric Johnson Jr. 6th is Adrian Ferrer. 7th is Spencer Davis. 8th we got Robbie Keneally.
Racing the ARCA Menards Series East, and right now Tanner Reif with an impressive start.
Huddleston sticking with it.
To the lead with Trevor Huddleston, inches off of the back bumper. When we see these cars go down the front straightaway,
Huddleston giving the bumper, trying to cut to the inside. Tanner Reif still holding on though.
To the inside, down the front stretch. Tanner Reif going to open the door a little early.
There we go. Now we have a ticker. Huddleston finally gets to the inside, pulls it into turn 3, and takes the lead.
First lead change of 2025 coming as we complete lap number 7.
Here comes Kyle Keller to the inside.
And there's another
he takes 3rd away from Daniel Hemrick.
Another spot on the racetrack. Kyle Keller in the Jan's Towing, number 71, to the inside of Daniel Hemrick. It's been the Daniel Hemrick show all weekend. He was strong yesterday and
Practice.
the pre-race practice we had yesterday.
Spencer Davis trying to go make the move for sixth on the inside of 15-year-old Adrian Ferrer, by far the youngest driver in the series. Youngest I've seen. I don't think I've ever seen a 15-year-old racing. Max Reeves will do the same in the ARCA East Series this year, and as well as a couple of regular ARCA starts. Unless those are just combo races and they're actually the same race.
Tanner Reif in the 13 has given up a little bit of ground on the racetrack. He has come back to third.
Huddleston starting to pull away. Huddleston, off the top of my head, would be the championship favorite. He's made it. He's an owner. I believe he's an owner driver with High Point Racing.
Spotlight driver in the number 3, and Spencer Davis and Bruce Cook's number 42, all in a line.
Hemrick's not able to hold the bottom as well as the other drivers from what I've seen.
Keneally in the number 9 car, tagging onto the back of that line as well. Trevor Huddleston driving off. He's got about a 1-second lead over Tanner Reif in second.
All right, so the cars you haven't seen, Robbie Keneally's 8th, Gavin Ray's 9th, Cody Dennison's 10th, 11th is Blake Lothian, 12th is David Smith.
You really only see it when he's driving into the sun.
The smoke, it's out of turn 2 that I've noticed.
That's a major issue. We do see that oftentimes from some of these race cars as they head off into the sun. We'll keep an eye on that. Trevor Huddleston potentially with an issue on that number 50 car. And how racy has it been here in the early going? Well, look at this. Daniel Hemrick dropping outside of the top 5. He's getting 7th to Spencer Davis. As we see Adrian Ferrer.
So Eric Johnson up to 4th, Adrian Ferrer to 5th. Hemrick is in 6th, or might be even down to 7th. The battle for 4th. Ferrer trying to pull the inside now. Johnson.
He's already got a lot of experience at just 16 years of age. A championship winning driver in his native Spain. He has climbed aboard one of the more potent race cars in the ARCA Series.
Ferrer, oh man, he drives Eric Johnson up to near the wall, down the back stretch, and takes 4th.
On the Eric Johnson Jr. car, the white lettering on that General Tire already been rubbed off. We've seen some physical racing here in the early going. Just 15 laps into it here at Kevin Harvick's Kern Raceway. There's the gap.
David Smith goes a lap down, which
had been about 1 second.
And that's an inevitability in these races. He always goes a lap down. He's running 3 seconds off the pace.
But I'll tell you what, Kyle
Here's
Keller
now the battle for second. Kyle Keller in that 71.
He would love to get up there and get past Tanner Reif and chase down Trevor Huddleston.
With a little loose off of 4.
Was a somewhat of an elevator season for Kyle Keller last year. Some weeks were really good, some weeks not so good. He made the move over into the 71 with team owner Jan Qualkenbush, and look at that, Tanner Reif sliding up the racetrack just a little bit.
Is kind of merged with Jan's towing.
Kyle Keller
considering that the drivers, because Keneally Keller Racing was the team that fielded for the number car, the number 1 for Robbie Keneally, the 12 for Kyle Keller, and now both Robbie Keneally and Kyle Keller drive for Jan's Towing Racing.
Teams have themselves a Kyle Keller sandwich going now down into turn 1.
The 71 is clearly the better car, as it was last year. I'm pretty sure that second car was only ran as like a starting, well, not a starting park, but
it's a good look at those cars diving
for
off
the extra
into turn
cash.
3. Look at that, Kyle Keller
keeping
those left side tires down on that white line. Can he make it work this time down into turn 1? Tanner Reif able to put the power down. He's able to handle down their straightaway, just like Buddy Baker would have said.
It's so close.
But as they're running side by side, here comes Adrian Ferrer.
Adrian Ferrer, I wonder if he'll try to make a 3-wide move at some point, or try to push his teammate past the 71. A little better run for Tanner Reif there. He almost cleared the 71 off the turn.
The early going at Kevin Harvick's Kern Raceway.
We're past 20 laps completed. Tanner Reif back in front of
Kevin,
the 71 of Kyle
1998
Keller.
ARCA Menards Series West champion. Back then driving for longtime team owners Wayne and Connie Spears.
I remember those guys.
There's Adrian Ferrer.
Well, the
Spears.
Spears. Well, I know that the Spears Motorsports.
Adrian
They had the 75
the
car. Kevin Harvick was a driver that actually drove for them at one point. But they got wins with David Starr, most famously.
So far, those drivers up in the top
in the truck
lane,
series, though they
keep
did get a
momentum
championship
up.
in the
Again,
Winston West series with this series with Kevin Harvick, a 98,
on the bottom,
98,
14
I think.
degrees, a little higher up the racetrack.
Good looking
Drivers
car
able to
too.
use that. I don't want to call it the top lane because they're certainly not the top side of the racetrack, but perhaps we'll call it the middle lane of the racetrack. They're able to use that middle groove to their advantage and keep their momentum up just a little bit. And we are going to keep Tanner Reif in second, Kyle Keller holding on to third, Adrian Ferrer in fourth. There's Eric Johnson Jr. to the inside of Adrian Ferrer.
That would be
Almost
the battle for fourth
there.
again. Because remember, Johnson lost this position to Adrian
we made
Ferrer.
mention of the lettering being rubbed off the left rear tire there of Eric Johnson Jr.'s number 5. There's a good shot of that as he dives off into turn 3. If you take a look at the right front tire of the number 3 car, you will also notice the lettering rubbed off of that tire as well. I think we know where that contact came from. I think we can safely say Adrian Ferrer and Eric Johnson Jr. might have made a little bit of contact there. As the battle for second, third, fourth, and fifth continues. And there is the guy they're still all trying to track down, Trevor Huddleston, comfortably out in front of the field, about 0.8 of a second over Tanner Reif as we come to complete lap 30. Already a fifth of the way home.
Here comes Ferrer to the inside of Kyle Keller. He takes third.
Power move. Adrian Ferrer in the number 3, going to dive it off down into turn 1.
This is his first ever ARCA West race.
From Kyle Keller, and I thought for a second he was going to try to take
second.
Actually, he's going to take third. I thought he was going to try to take second.
What's interesting is Huddleston has not really pulled away from the cars that are
battling
battling behind
him. Look
him.
at that. He is going to come back to the outside.
Ferrer now clear for third. Eric Johnson trying to get a run. Almost contact there with Kyle Keller.
Out of the throttle there, but that move by Adrian Ferrer, good candidate for tonight's Reese's sweet move.
Now coming up to lap the number 51 of Blake Lott. No, it's David Smith again. Excuse me.
By that young man to take over third on the racetrack. Don't forget, folks, you can log on to ARCARacing.com Monday afternoon, 3 o'clock Eastern time, to see who we have selected as tonight's Reese's Sweet Move of the race winner.
All right.
And there's the guy they're all trying to track down right now. That battle for second, third, fourth, and fifth. Still about 0.9 of a second behind Trevor Huddleston. And this is what Trevor did here last year. He really had that car hooked up in the early going. Then found himself locked in a tight battle with Cole Raz down to the finish line. Let's see what happens here. Adrian Ferrer, a little loose off of turn 2.
Ferrer sending it into turn 3. Can he make the pass on his teammate? Yes, Adrian Ferrer goes to second.
Adrian Ferrer.
This is his, like I said, this is his first ARCA West race.
Moving up
now Kyle
second.
Keller trying to get back to the inside of Tanner Reif. This would be for third.
Keller in the 71. He has been alongside Tanner Reif multiple times.
Oh, this time he's going to complete the pass. Kyle Keller to third.
Calling him clear. He is going to move into the third position. So Tanner Reif back to fourth. And I'll tell you what, They look good in practice. They look good in qualifying. But right now, it's not going so good for the drivers who started up on the front row. Our General Tire pole sitter.
Wait, Hemrick's in 8th now?
Back
8th.
to 8th. And right
8th.
now, Tanner Reif
Dude, what are you
sitting
doing?
back in 4th.
God. This is the guy running the flagship truck
Talked about
for McAnally.
that great battle for the
Oh,
win here
God.
last year. Absolute photo finish on the final
That was
lap.
Cole
Trevor
Raz
Huddleston
and Trevor Huddleston that he's talking
losing out
about.
by just 0.05 of a second to Cole Raz. Cole, and there's a good look at Trevor Huddleston, who has now opened up another couple of car lengths on that battle behind him.
Now for
1
second, again,
even
between
at the line last
Adrian
time by.
Ferrer and Kyle Keller.
Cole Raz, who went to victory lane here last year, did it in that number 5 car that Eric Johnson Jr. is piloting here today.
I wonder how
So no surprise, Eric
No.
Johnson Jr.
Eric
looking
Johnson
really strong
Jr.
here in the early
He's
going.
got
Battle
a
on now for second. Here
decent
is
sponsor
Kyle
in
Keller
Sherwin-Williams.
to the inside.
It's not something I've
He's
heard
got
of.
it at the stripe. Can he make it stick
Keller
down into
trying
turn
to
one?
get the position. Yes, he will. Diamonding the
And look at
inside
that, that
lane.
71
He
car.
takes back second spot.
Driven by Kyle Keller. He's going to
Man,
make a power move. to
Jan's
take over
Towing
the
Racing, or at
second
least in the
position.
71. That
I'll
is
tell
going to
you
be a
what,
car
folks, we saw
to
that
look
car
out for. And
last
now
year with Nick
we're
Giannitis
actually getting
at
to
the wheel.
another car that will go a lap down for the
That
first
car was
time.
very
The number
strong on
51
numerous
of
occasions.
Blake Lothian.
So it should come as no surprise
The
that
Strike
Kyle
Mamba
Keller
car.
looking strong here in the early going. And Nick Giannitis, he had some health problems there towards the end of 2024. He's at home watching. Nick, hope you're doing well, pal. We look
Yeah,
forward to having
that
you
71
back
I think
on
is
track with us
closing in on
very soon.
Huddleston.
No sooner than does Kyle Keller take over that second position, but now
That Ford is flying.
he's starting to reel in our leader. I think he
It
has
also
set the
helps
book, and
that
here he comes.
if you look at their cars, Kyle
already
Keller
knocked
has a
off
Mustang,
quarter of a
while
second
Huddleston has the older
off of the
Fusion.
lead. Was over 1 second, now under 3/4 of a second. 0.6 of a second last time by. Kyle Keller with a big head of steam as he starts to chase down Trevor Huddleston. Still see that smoke coming out of the right side of the number 50. Still 10 cars on the lead lap. We did see David Smith in the 05 go a lap down just a few moments ago. Blake Lothian in the number 51 also a lap down to our lead lap automobiles. Let's check in with Daniel Hemrick in the number 19. There you saw Daniel fighting with Gavin Ray.
That's for... Are you kidding me? Like,
Battling
that's
for
for
eighth
8th
and
place.
ninth on the
Hemrick is
racetrack.
trying to hold on to 8th place, getting passed by the worst of the
It
two
has
Jerry
not
Pitts
been
racing
the day
cars.
that Daniel Hemrick and that Bill McAnally racing
This is
team have been
embarrassing.
looking for. There's Daniel going to chase checkered flags in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series
Like,
for the Hilgeman McAnally racing
I
team.
just don't... I do not understand what is...
I don't think this will be the only
What's
time
happened to
we see
my
Daniel
boy?
Hemrick in
Or actually, it's not
this
my...
number
I don't mean... I'm
19
not...
car
I don't really
here
root for
for
Hemrick.
course,
One of my friends really likes him,
2025.
so this is not going to be a
Gavin
fun
Ray in
day.
that number
At least he's
7
not
car.
watching it.
Second car entered by Jerry Pitts Racing, looking pretty solid. Look at him diving
Gavin
off
Ray takes
to
8th
the
from
inside.
Hemrick.
Gavin Ray in his ARCA Menards Series West debut, passing a former NASCAR Xfinity Series champion. Big day for Gavin Ray as we now have 15
Oh, hi,
laps
Rob.
in the books.
I didn't notice
1/3
you joined
of way
the
home
VC.
here at Kevin Harvick's Kern Raceway.
Like, the only cars behind Hemrick are the Strike Mamba cars and David Smith.
So that gap at the front of the field, we saw Kyle Keller
The top
on the
5,
charge.
Trevor Huddleston is
He had knocked it down
his
to
number 50 High Point
about
Racing Ford.
0.6
He's
of
run
a
with this
second.
team. I think he
Well,
partially owns it for the
Huddleston
last
has
2 years.
inserted
Kyle Keller
and has driven
is running
back up
for
to
Jan's
about
Towing
3/4
Racing,
of a
owned by
second
Jan
gap
Qualkenbush,
at the front
in
of
number
the field.
71
So
Ford.
Huddleston, don't know
The
if he
next
is just
2
kinda
are the Central Coast
keeping
Racing
an eye on that
Ford.
rearview mirror,
The
but
3
it
and
does
13
seem like
with
anytime
Adrian
someone
Ferrer,
wants to
who
mount
is
a
new,
challenge,
and Tanner Reif,
able
the
to
older
kinda
brother of Tyler Reif. So this is the older brother of
squeeze
the
a little
driver who
extra
was
juice out of that
running
number
for the
50
championship
car as
last
we
year.
see the battle on
5th is
now for
Eric
fourth
Johnson
and
Jr.,
fifth.
who
Tanner
last
Reif
year was in the
in the
McAnally
13.
19. 19.
Eric Johnson
And he's driving
Jr.
for
in that
Jerry
number
Pitts
5.
Racing. But this is so pathetic by Daniel Hemrick.
Of course, Eric, the reigning
I know how do you watch that flow? You don't. Stream of the race. Not. I want my channel to stay intact, so I will have to decline. But we are over 50 laps through, so we are the third of. David Smith has gone another lap down.
Started all 12 races last year out of the Bill McAnally Racing stables. Picked up a career best finish of 4th.
We could use some more cars though. Where's Naki Klauer? Where's P1 Performance?
Looking to match that or even better it. Here
Where's
tonight.
the other car
Again,
for
that
Cook?
Is the car Cole Raz was in when he went to victory lane here last year. As we see the gap up at the front of the field.
The cars that entered Portland or Sonoma.
Just like he's done throughout the course of the night. He saw that 71 car coming, so Trevor Huddleston able to squeeze out a little more, and he has driven it up now 1 1/4 seconds, the gap between Trevor Huddleston and Kyle Keller. Up at
I like they're using better camera angles, which is nice.
Look at the number
like
50 race car factory Ford.
It makes it feel more like a NASCAR race.
Racing stables, of course.
Well, I mean, talking about the ones
Trevor's
where they zoom
dad,
in
Tim Huddleston,
from the back stretch.
Track operator here at Kevin
to get a better
Harvick's
side
Raceway.
profile
He bought
of the
out
car.
the assets.
Normally, it's just a zoomed out view.
From Bob Bercotti's Sunrise Racing team.
We
and
miss Sunrise Ford.
on that tradition. Saw Bob at the 2 ARCA Menards Series West races out at Irwindale Speedway in 2024.
Rip Irwindale, by the way. All right. Eric Johnson. Oh, so there's wait. So that means that
there's a good look at
Cody,
Adrian Ferrer.
Cody Dennison has gone a lap down.
There in turns 3 and 4.
So that's 9 cars now in the lead lap.
Adrian holding on to the 3rd position. Let me take a look through the field here, as it seems like it's got a good long green flag run feel to it, folks.
So
we'll take a look
they
through
said
the
at the
field.
top
There
that there will be no mandatory pit stop. They'll run this green to the end if they can.
Kyle Keller in the 2nd spot. Trevor, of course, looking for his 6th career ARCA Menards Series West win.
Also looking to lap Blake Lothian again.
Kevin Harvick's Kern Raceway. Looking to the inside of Blake Lothian down into turn 1. Going to put Blake in another lap.
Okay, it's Lothian. Okay, not
Kyle
Lothian.
Keller holding on to the 2nd position. Kyle in one of 2 Jan's Racing entries here today.
Towing Racing.
Kyle looking to start the season off on the right foot. He had a pretty solid season last year, including 3 consecutive 5th place finishes at Shasta, Tri-City, and Madera Speedway. Looking for his best career finish here tonight in that number 71. There is our Bounty Rookie Spotlight driver tonight, Adrian Ferrer,
currently
number
3rd.
The
15-year-old from Getafe, Spain.
Debut, his official debut.
2024, I think, GR Cup Spain champion.
The Swan Song, the unofficial exhibition race for the ARCA Menards West at Irwindale Speedway back about 6 weeks ago. Looking really strong.
Irwindale was owned by the Huddlestons, Trevor Huddleston's parents, but they also own Kern County Raceway Park, a.k.a. Kevin Harvick's Kern Raceway, where they are now.
GR Cup champion in his native Spain. His teammate, Tyler Reif. Those cars look awfully similar. Tanner Reif, I should say, holding on to the 4th position.
Eric Johnson trying to loosen up that 13.
Eric Johnson Jr. looking pretty racy in that number 5 car, but Tanner Reif making his return to the ARCA Menards Series West. Picked up a couple of victories, including a win in the 1,000th ARCA Menards Series West race back in the summer of 2022. That event up at Evergreen Speedway. Good to have Tanner Reif back with us, and he is sitting back in the 4th position as he looks to the inside of Cody Dennison in the number 72 car. There's Eric Johnson Jr. We've talked about the reigning Bounty Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, pretty crappy rookie. Eric Johnson was
Johnson Jr. looking to get up there and,
you know, at least Tanner Reif actually managed to win races
place
for Bill McAnally.
He had at Madera Speedway, his best career finish.
I don't even know what state
to this point.
McAnally's ARCA West program is in. Maybe they're just investing all the resources in the trucks.
2025.
Once they started focusing on winning in the truck series,
Robbie
the ARCA
Keneally
West
in the number
program went
9,
to
the
crap.
second Jan's Towing entry here tonight for team owner Jam Quackenbush.
Wait, oh, Robbie Keneally's in 6th now.
Had a
Okay.
real nice visit with Jan last year at Irwindale Speedway, showing off the race hauler that carries these two cars to the racetrack each and every week, a former Team Penske hauler. And I'll tell you what, folks, might not look like it on the outside, but it is identical to the way it was when it was a part of the Penske fleet back before Jan bought it.
Here's Spencer Davis.
Here's Spencer Davis in the number 42.
The
Spencer
paint
making
scheme reminds me of the Home Depot
infrequent
cars.
visit to the ARCA Menards Series West. Picked up an 11th place finish here at Kern County, or excuse me, I'm going to keep doing it, folks. I'm going to keep doing it, but I'm going to keep checking myself. Kevin Harvick's Kern Raceway.
It's so hard not to
Spencer
call it Kern
driving
County
for,
Raceway Park.
Team owners Bruce Cook and Steve McGowan. This is the team.
Gavin
that won
Ray
the
is kind of hunting
ARCA
down the
Menards Series
42.
West Owners Championship back in 2023.
Gavin Ray, of course, in the number 7 for Jerry
Landon
Pitts
Lewis
Racing.
and Caden Honeycutt. There's Gavin Ray in the number 7, the second of the 2 Jerry Pitts Racing entries. Of course, we have seen Takuma Koga in the number 7 car throughout the course of the last couple of seasons. Did see Takuma not entered here tonight, but he will be starting his season at the Daytona International Speedway. He is entered in the ARCA Menards Series season opener.
Oh, really?
In just a couple of weeks. There's
With
Cody
which team?
Dennison in the
That's news to
72
me.
car, talking about ARCA Menards Series regulars. There's Cody Dennison.
There was Hemrick, who is sucking so bad.
Well, we have approached the halfway point here.
One
at
more lap, and
Kevin
they'll hit
Harvick's
halfway
Kern
on my
Raceway.
end.
Actually, we will be
Hemrick running that
coming
poor
to halfway
and about to go
as
a
the
lap
leader
down. I guess he was a fluke champion.
Completes lap
I don't
75
even know
next
what
time
happened,
around.
man.
If you're just
It's
joining
like
us,
Hemrick sold his soul
Daniel
to
Hemrick
win the
started up on the
Xfinity
pole,
title.
but gave up the lead to that guy, the number 13 of Tanner Reif, right at the drop of the green. Tanner was able to hold on to the lead for a handful of laps.
No halfway break.
Trevor Huddleston
We're halfway
took over
through.
to
So
complete lap
we're just going
7,
to run
and
this
from
race
there,
clean
that's what
in
we've
the
seen
end, I
pretty
guess.
much every lap since. We have seen a great battle back in the pack for second, third, fourth, fifth.
Here
and
comes
back. But right now, Trevor Huddleston
Keneally looking to get
is like
5th
he's in line at
on
Burger King, folks. He
Eric
has dominated
Johnson
his
Jr.
way, 1
That would
second
put both
ahead.
Central Coast
Kyle
cars
Keller
in both
second,
Jan's
Adrian
towing
Farrell
cars
holding
in the
on to
top
third.
5.
This is the battle for 4th, 5th, and 6th on the racetrack. Tanner Reif in the 13, Eric Johnson Jr. and Robbie Keneally in the number 9, battling for that position.
No, only the 71 is a Mustang. That's not. No, the 9 is still a Ford Fusion.
Right now, this is the best battle on the racetrack.
So yeah, that 4th, 5th, 6th area. Well, normally I don't root for Fords, but I like Huddleston and I like the Jan's towing team.
Robbie
I also
Keneally
like
in
the
number
CC.
9,
I also like Central Coast Racing.
taking over the second of the 2.
Huddleston is the
Jan's
guy
Racing
I'll
entries
default
here
to
in
because he's
2025.
the owner driver. But the 2nd through 5th, those are the young
The
guns.
Keneally
Well,
family,
yeah, Tanner
they
Reif,
had a
like
tough
19.
2024 as
He's
well.
a young gun.
Harley, Robbie's father, passed away towards the end of the 2024 season. They were going to chase the full season, but of course, with some of the family issues and some funding issues, not able to run each and every race.
Another
but
lap
they did
down
put
for
themselves
Blake
in
Lothian.
position to take over what is a very competitive race car. And right now, Robbie Keneally looking strong here in the early going. Of course, Robbie made his West debut at Irwindale Speedway back in 2023. Started 13th that day and drove through the field. I remember that race. Late in the race, man, he had that car down on the white line and was picking off cars. Seemed like every lap. Drove to a 5th place finish in his West Series debut. And right now, looking to match that finish. Just needs to get past Eric Johnson Jr. to take over that 5th spot.
The battle going on is
Robbie Keneally
happening
will
10
match his
seconds
best
behind the
career finish here
leader,
tonight.
which is about half a lap
Still
behind.
a long
the
way
leader.
to go. Still 68 laps to go here in the West Coast Stock Car Motorsports Hall of Fame.
150.
And still a
Still
lot of
happening in the West
racing
Coast
yet to
Motorsports Hall
go
of
here
Fame.
today on Flow Racing. I know
West
a lot
Coast
of people
Stock
tuning
Car
in
Motorsports.
for the Cars Tour West races that are here at the racetrack today. The super late model race yet to come. Kevin Harvick.
No cautions yet.
Going to race at the racetrack that carries his name. Beautiful looking number 29 HendrickCars.com Chevrolet. Good to have Kevin.
Put him in the
us
booth
at
with
the
you.
racetrack today.
The gap between the leader and second
There's
place is
down
about
fifth
8/10 at the
and
moment.
sixth.
Or now 3/4 of a second. No need to get Flo then? Well, yeah, this is about as close as you can get without me losing my channel.
Tanner Reif able to give himself a couple of car lengths of breathing room here as Robbie Cadile starting to put some pressure on Eric Johnson Jr.
Another
We
lap
haven't
down
seen
for Cody
Trevor
Dennison.
Huddleston in a while. Trevor comfortably up at the front of the field, just under a 1 second advantage as he works his way past Cody Dennison in the 72 car. Of course, Cody a regular in the ARCA Menards series.
Running eight truck races
The Bonnie
this
rookie
year.
contenders last year. We'll be back with team owner Andy Hillenberg for a full charge at the 2025 ARCA Championship.
Figured that as well.
And check
except
this
they'll
out,
probably
folks.
rotate through the
Trevor
cars.
Huddleston in the number 50, closing in
On Daniel
on
Hemrick.
tonight's General Tire Pole Award winner, the next car on the racetrack.
That's
directly
just so
in
pathetic.
front, and we'll see
By the
him here as we roll
19.
through turn
Like,
4. There
how?
he is,
What
Daniel
happened to
Hemrick.
that? What
That
happened?
number 19 car.
Pretty so many ARCA West guys are beating Hemrick race full
Not
time in
handling
Cup.
the way Daniel
I don't
Hemrick
even.
needed it to here tonight.
I didn't think the car could be that bad.
And with a lack of caution flags, he has not been able to come down and make any adjustments to it.
I'm listening to the race. Makes it feel like I listen to radio, whether it's MRN or PRN. All right.
So Daniel Hemrick.
I remember you from
struggling to
Twitter.
stay
Or,
on the
well,
lead
yeah,
lap
from Twitter as well. I don't use
as
Twitter
Trevor
anymore.
Huddleston on the charge, and look at this, a couple
Ooh,
of lap
trying to get
cars
by David
right here
Smith.
as the battle for
And Blake Lothian.
4th, 5th, and 6th catches David Smith and Blake Lothian.
4th, 5th, 6th is
and
still
everybody
Rife,
scrambling.
Johnson, and
And that move right there by
Keneally.
Tanner Reif in the 13.
so they stayed as
That
they
could
were,
be a
but that could have
contender
gotten
for
really
tonight's
dicey
Reese's
really
sweet
quick.
move of the race. Wow, they caught that couple of lap cars and everybody scrambled. Tanner Reif looks like he made a hard left coming off of turn 4. Don't forget, folks, you can log on to ARCARacing.com Monday, 3 o'clock Eastern time to see who is crowned tonight's Reese's Sweet
Yeah, I
Move
quit
of
Twitter
the
to
race
Blue Sky
winner.
now. What in the world? I think the Blue Sky quintupled its user base in like
It's
6
got to be
months.
frustrating for Kyle
From,
Keller
like
in the
July to
71.
January.
He knows he's got himself a good race car, but every time
We
he gets
finished
up on the horse
90
and
laps now, so
thinks
we're
he's
over
going to chase
60%
down
of the way
Trevor
through the
Huddleston.
race.
Huddleston seems to be able to answer it every single time. It was down to 3/4 of a second just a few laps ago, and now back up to a 1 second lead. Trevor Huddleston, an absolutely dominant performance in that number 50 car. And he had a couple of dominant performances last year
So let me adjust the leaderboard real quick.
in that number 50. We'll talk about those here in just a couple of moments. We're going to check in with the driver currently sitting in 3rd in the number 3, Adrian Ferrer, our Bounty Rookie Spotlight driver here tonight. Adrian has cleared all of that chaos behind him and has settled into that 3rd position.
I see there's a caution
He is
coming.
about a half a lap behind the lead, but he does
Which is
have
gonna
a couple
save
of seconds
Hemrick.
in hand over his teammate Tanner Reif and Eric
Well, who is
Johnson
the caution?
as they battle for 4th and 5th. But what a great performance tonight by Adrian Ferrer in the number 3. You know, I talked to team owners Todd and Kelly Souza towards the end of 2024, and they were very disappointed.
Oh, it's Spencer Davis.
Oh, look at this, off the pace, Spencer Davis. We'll get back to that story in just a moment, but the caution going to come out for the first time here tonight.
All right.
Going to bunch everybody up, and it is a bad break for Spencer Davis in the 42, and he's going to bring that car down into the work area.
Each team gets eight tires for the race, so they have
Samuels
one extra
and
set.
The guys
so
going to go to work.
I don't know how many laps he's going to lose,
Sean to the
or if he can even get back to the race.
left rear.
No, I would say it was boring. Early on, cars were able to battle with each other pretty well.
Whatever that is, folks, not good.
But okay, the
Spencer
hood's
Davis
up. So
was
fast cars made their way to
in
the front.
9th position.
That's all. Rafa, the ARCA Race Center leaderboard is more current than the feed.
How Daniel Hemrick wanted to see the caution
when I went to adjust it so it include the full title of the race,
have any
and there was a yellow mark, so I knew there was going to be a caution.
Daniel Hemrick from going a lap down. With that car up on the jack, they have put the hood down, and Sean Samuels continues to look to the front of that left rear wheel well. That is where the battery is on these race cars, folks. I bet you they're going to pull that left rear tire off and maybe make a battery change.
Looks like Spencer Davis will be our last place finisher for
right
today.
After this race concludes, the season opener for the Cars Tour West. Kevin Harvick in the field.
I wonder how the
afternoon.
I'm gonna see if I can check how the roar is going. Nope, I can't because I'm.
And there is the other Cars Tour, the ZMAX Cars Tour, presented by Sound Gear. Their season
Cars Tour West is what Charles is talking about. Charles Kroll,
Wake County
who is
Speedway
the
on March 29th. You can see all that action
Charles
live
Kroll is the
here
ARCA
on Flow
PR
Racing.
manager and the ARCA commentator on Flow. I'm mad every time I hear his name. I think of him trying to crash a helicopter in a speedway. Thank you, Henry Stickmin. This is the greatest race. Wait, that sounded way better.
And
in my
folks,
head.
if you like short track racing, and I know you do because you're watching right now, if you like short track racing, 9 consecutive nights of short track racing coming up.
The World Series of Asphalt
New Smyrna
racing.
Speedway, the World Series of Asphalt coming your way.
Oh, Blake Lothian is now
You'll see all of the
on
action
pit
live
road.
right here on Flow Racing.
It's like
Starting
he's having engine
Friday,
problems as well. He was the
January
worst
7th.
running of the 2 cars from Strike Mamba Racing.
And
so
I'll
now
tell you
2
what, folks,
cars on pit road.
Excuse me.
Well, it's not even pit
February
road because
7th.
it's
We've
like
already
a
passed
fenced-off
January 7th.
area in the infield.
But, coming up February 7th, and we have got, if it races on asphalt, on short tracks on asphalt, it will be at New Smyrna Speedway. Super late models, pro late models, tour type modifieds, 602 modifieds, sportsman type
Spencer
cars.
Davis is back on
And I'll
track.
tell you what, my favorite race of the year last year, the Bomber B feature with the breakout rule. All types of short track racing. We will have
So
the
yeah,
NASCAR
New
Wayland
Smyrna
Modified
has a
Tour
lot
will
of
open
late,
their
a lot
season
of
on
racing next
Saturday,
week.
February
Capped
8th.
off.
The ASA Stars National Tour
Well, I was thinking of
will
in
open
the
their
week
race
after it will
on-
cap off
or open their
with
season
the modified
on
tour.
the Tuesday night, February 11th. We'll have all of that action right here live on Flow. Looking forward to bringing all of that to you. My good buddy Adam Mackey and myself back in the tower. Have all 9 nights for you right here live on Flow. There's a good look at Daniel Hemrick, our General Tire Pole Award winner, who, as I said, did not want to see Spencer Davis have those
Blake Lothian
issues,
now
but that
listed
is
in
exactly
last
what
place.
he needed to stay up on the lead lap. Still scored back in the 8th position. Daniel Hemrick, let's see if he's able to mount a charge here. as
Spencer
we are now
Davis,
inside
mechanical
50
problem.
laps to go.
So he was slow.
And check this out. Trevor Huddleston electing to restart from the top side of the racetrack.
Going back
No
to green
choose
next
rule
time
in
by.
the ARCA Menards series. Only the leader gets to choose which lane he would like to restart from. Trevor Huddleston electing the top side here as we come back to green. with 40.
Here we go. We're
laps
green
to go.
again.
Trevor Huddleston on the hammer.
At Kern County, at Kevin Ulrich's Kern
Let's see what
Raceway.
happens here.
Huddleston
As
pulls
we
down
race off
and
down into
pulling
turn
onto the
one.
lead. Behind him, it's a side-by-side battle between Kyle Keller and Tanner Reif.
Tanner Reif in the 13
Keller
with a great
takes
restart.
back second.
He's going to take over third. Putting some pressure on Kyle
Bad
Keller.
start for
71.
Adrian Ferrer. I think he's back to 5th place.
And Adrian Ferrer not getting a good restart. He's
Hemrick
given
trying
up
to
a
get.
couple of positions.
He got up
About
to
give up
7th.
another one. Eric Johnson Jr. to the inside. Here comes Daniel Hemrick. So Ferrer, who had raced his way up as high as 3rd, now looks like he may drop all the way to the tail end of the lead lap. Tough break. Tough restart there for Adrian Ferrer in the number 3. Hemrick has gained a couple of positions.
Now let's see if he can hold on to them.
Restart.
Because his car got
Restarted
much
8th,
worse
now
as the
up
race
to
went on.
6th.
Trying to get the run. Here he comes on Eric Johnson Jr.
And look at that. Here comes Hemrick to the inside.
He
Daniel
gets
Hemrick trying to
5th.
march his way back up into the top 5. Give it to him. Hemrick up to 5th in the number 19.
It took until now for his car to finally come alive.
No surprise on that restart. Smooth as silk for Trevor Huddleston. He has held on to that lead and has opened it back up. 3/4 of a second the advantage over Kyle Keller, who himself had a really solid restart there. With all that chaos going on behind him, Kyle Keller doing a good job to hold on to second. Tanner Reif now in 3rd, and they have gapped by about a second that battle for 4th and 5th. And this is that battle right here. Robbie Keneally in the number 9. Daniel Hemrick in the 19. Hemrick trying to mount a charge after dropping to the tail of the field after starting from the pole. And look
Hemrick
at that.
has the fastest car right now.
Daniel Hemrick
To the
to the
inside.
inside
This
of
is for
Robbie
4th
Keneally.
place.
Battle for 4th.
Hemrick charging
Boy,
now.
you
He
talk about a
gets the
Cinderella
position.
story. Daniel Hemrick on the charge here in the final 3rd at Kevin Harvick's Kern Raceway.
We got a quarter of the race to go. Can he make? Can he finish the Cinderella story properly?
You know, it wouldn't surprise me, as savvy as he is with a lot of the big league racing experience that he has, Daniel Hemrick could be sly like a fox here tonight, folks. Just getting the update. Been saving tires this whole time.
Oh.
That caution flag was exactly what Daniel Hemrick
So that
was looking
so he's
for.
trying to
And if you
conserve life of
remember,
his tires
one
for
of
an
the keys to the
all-out
race
charge
here
at
tonight,
the end of the race.
First key to the race.
That also, I forget.
150 laps on the same set of tires. You were going to need to conserve those racing tires. And Daniel Hemrick, look at this, folks. He is reeling them in as he gets to him. Hemrick on the charge in the number 19. The update from the team, he is feeling good. Let's see if he has got enough
So
time
he had to bank on a caution
to chase
happening.
down Tanner Reif, Kyle Keller, and Trevor Huddleston. Hemrick has left this battle. That was the battle for 5th between Eric Johnson Jr. and Robbie Keneally. And I don't know, if I'm Trevor Huddleston, I am going to try to squeeze as much juice out of that lemon as I can right now, because he has got a couple of cars coming behind him.
Now look for a quick IMSA update on the leaderboard.
Huddleston, we talked about
Last I
this
checked,
race last year, losing
it was
in a final
Action Express that was in the lead.
To Cole Raz, 5
And the
1/100ths
93
of
had
a
gone out
second.
or
Just
had a
heartbreaking
mechanical
loss
problem. Okay, number 6 leads.
Then coming back later in the season, a couple of extremely dominant performances.
Looks like
At Madera
the,
Speedway,
in
All-American
93's
Speedway,
done.
Trevor led 145
Number, the 21
laps
Ferrari.
at Madera. He led every lap at Roseville.
Just the ones
He
I
did
listed.
finish third here in the fall,
This,
last October. And that race last year at All-American Speedway, caution-free. Led all 150 laps in a caution-free race.
lapping David Smith
Trevor
again.
Hudson, only one caution so far here tonight. He hasn't led every lap, but he's led just about every lap. And he's got 28 more to go. If he can do it, would be his 6th career ARCA Menards Series West victory. And look at this. You see it off in the distance. Daniel Hemrick to
Split
the
in
inside
David
of the
Smith 3
racetrack.
wide. Are Tanner
To the
Rife
inside
and
of
Daniel
David
Hemrick.
Smith in the
Hemrick
05.
gonna
Now
get a
he's
run
to
on the
inside of
inside.
Tanner Rife.
Now
Battle
they're
on
side
for
by
third.
side, going down the back stretch.
Hemrick's got less than 30 laps to get to the front. The battle on for third. Rife not going to give it up without a fight.
And
It
Hemrick
has been
takes
since
third.
2022 at All-American Speedway with Cole Moore that Bill McAnally Racing has gone to victory lane in the ARCA Menards Series West. Daniel Hemrick looking to end
Let me
that
tell you, if
victory
Hemrick,
drought here tonight.
one of my
He's
friends
got
said, like,
just
if Hemrick can't win an
25
ARCA
laps
West, then he's just
to chase
cursed.
down Kyle Keller and Trevor Huddleston.
Hemrick has
He is
one win
2.5
across
seconds
NASCAR
behind
platforms.
Trevor
which is-
Huddleston.
Oh,
Does he
another
have
slow
enough
car.
time
Blake Lothian.
to get to
But
the
he
front?
just re-entered the
Blake
race.
Lothian in the 51, Blake in the 10th position. Some smoke coming from that car. I believe he is heading to the pits. Stick with us, folks. Kevin Harvick in the Cars Tour West Super Late Model. Coming up next, right after the conclusion of the West Coast Stock Car Motorsports Hall of Fame. First, we got to see who goes to victory lane in the ARCA Menards Series West season opener. Right now, Trevor Huddleston with the lead, and that lead has been cut to 3/4
Kyle
of a
Keller
second.
trying to
Kyle
close
Keller.
in. Obviously, so is Hemrick.
As he set the hook, can he reel him in? Every time we think he's gonna, Huddleston
pulls
seems
away.
to find a way to stretch it back out. Also keeping an eye on Daniel Hemrick. It was 2.5 seconds 4 laps ago. Now it's 2.3 seconds. So he has gained 2/10 of a second in 4 laps. Does he have enough
It's
time?
1/10 every
to
2
get
laps, but
you see some slower
that's not
cars,
fa-
some
that's not a
potential
fast
lap
enough rate to
traffic
win.
directly in front of the leader.
the 05 and the 72.
How is that going to impact Hemrick's charge towards the front?
Could it hold up to 50
He's going to give the
or the
leaders
71?
plenty of room down into turns 3 and 4. Cody Dennison a little sideways there in the 72.
Lothian is just kind of
Here's
toggling
Hemrick,
around at the bottom.
2.2 seconds.
Wait. Oh, wait. Huh?
Does he have enough time to get
I
there?
thought I just saw that pass. I guess 0 did.
19 laps to go
Huh. Yes, it
for
was
the
wrong.
driver of the number 19.
I thought they passed the 70, the 05 and then the
He
72,
may
but
need
no.
one more
They passed the
caution flag,
the 72
one
and then
more
the
restart
05. No,
to make it
that was just a
happen here
replay.
tonight.
What the? I'm losing my damn mind.
Huddleston off at turn 4. Again, 0.6 of a second, the gap between he and Kyle Keller. Hemrick now at 2 seconds even.
Still
With
not enough
17
to
laps
catch.
to go. He's almost there, folks. Close enough to see him. Boy, if I am sitting in the cockpit of that number 19, I'm really hoping
Another caution.
the piece of debris magically finds its way out onto the racetrack, and we get one
Or I
more
hope that the
caution.
51 will stop after
one more chance.
crawling around. And then get that
Now
caution.
1.9 seconds back. He's picking up about a 1/10 of a second per lap, but we only have 15 laps to go. And he has got to find his way past Kyle Keller, who's not going to want to give it up without a fight.
Wait, Adrian Ferrer just got
Adrian
lapped.
Ferrer in the number 3.
I didn't even notice. So
Adrian
8th
lap
place.
down, back in the
Ferrer
8th position.
running as high as 3rd earlier.
Been a really good,
and he
solid
ran as high as
performance
2nd
by that
earlier,
young
actually.
man.
He's going to go a lap
In
down.
his ARCA Menards Series West debut. And here comes Daniel Hemrick. He has just about caught Kyle Keller. 1.6 seconds, the difference between Hemrick and Huddleston. Now under 1.5 seconds.
12 to go.
Hemrick on the charge. 12 laps remaining.
So we'll be it's about 3 seconds per, the 20 seconds per lap, done in less than 5 minutes.
We knew it was going to be important to conserve tires.
About a little less than an hour, basically.
Hemrick has apparently done a very nice job of keeping the tires underneath that number 19 car. The question is, does he
Coming
have
out at 10 to
enough
go.
time? Is he going to make the dive to the inside?
That was
a little contact
risky
there
contact
between the
there
19
with on
and
the right rear.
05.
10 to go. We got 5 miles left in this baby.
David Smith trying to
I
stay
think at
out
this
of the
point
way.
it's the battle for second spot. Let's see if Kyle Keller can hold on for his best
May
ever
have made a
finish.
little contact with the right side of the Hemrick car. All right, 1.3 seconds now, the gap. Make it 1.1 seconds with 9 laps
He's not
remaining.
going to make it. Stop piping it
He's
out.
going to have to pick up a little more than a 1/10.5 per lap. Can he do it?
All right, Kyle
Keller
Keller's best
starting to chase down Trevor Huddleston as well.
Kyle
Huddleston
Keller's
looking for redemption
best
after
finish
losing in a photo
in ARCA West
finish
was
here
a
last
4th
year.
place finish 3 times.
He has been the dominant car. He has led the last 135 laps, and now within sight of the checkered flag, here comes Kyle Keller.
7 to go.
Daniel Hemrick.
I'm not looking at the leaderboard anymore. So Huddleston has 5 wins in ARCA West. All right. The fight for the top 5 between Robbie Keneally and Eric
Kyle
Johnson
Keller
Jr.
now half a second back. Daniel Hemrick now 1 second back. They are there.
Well, then show us the damn battle instead of showing us the battle for 5th place. Normally, this is where Huddleston would try to pull away.
There is the gap.
Wonder if
Kyle
he used
Keller,
up his
now
juice.
0.4 of a second. See what it is here.
5 to
4
go.
Now 0.3 of a second.
And all 3 cars, you can
Keller
basically put them
has
on,
reeled
close
in
to
Trevor
a blanket.
Huddleston.
It'd be a big blanket, but you could do it.
With 5 laps remaining.
Huddleston just can't
Hemrick
run the
is there as
bottom.
well. Huddleston up the racetrack.
Oh
Here
man,
comes
Keller's
Kyle
so
Keller.
close
4
to
go,
his
this
first
time
win.
by. Battle on
4
for the
to
lead.
go. Is it going to end in heartbreak for Huddleston, just like the start of last year? There's a
Just
car length
1.5
between
car
first
lengths,
and
the
second.
difference.
Because that opened
As we come to
the
3
path
to go.
for Hemrick. Coming at 3 to go.
Hemrick.
Oh, Hemrick's off the pace.
No. What
Oh,
gone wrong
no.
with the
Hemrick
number
is broke with
19?
3
That could
laps
be
to
a flat
go.
tire. That could be from that rub. he
Oh,
had with
no.
David Smith.
Hemrick's
is
out of it.
Battle on now for the win. Kyle Keller in the
Keller,
71
and he
is
gets to
there.
the bumper of the 50.
Coming
He
at 2
pulls
to
to
go
the
this
inside.
time.
We're
Huddleston's
coming
at
to
the
2 to
racetrack.
go. We
Keller
got
on
a
the
battle
inside.
here, folks. Oh, man. He's so close.
What is Kyle Keller going to do here?
Hemrick's now a lap
Time.
down.
Excuse me, not quite the final time. It will be the final time. Next time by, we will be looking at the white flag.
Oh, there's the
This
bumper from
time
Keller.
around.
Here we go. White
Huddleston
flag is
moves up
out.
to turn
Last
4.
lap
Here
at
comes
Kern
Kyle Keller
County.
inside.
Keller's into the inside.
Oh,
There's the
traffic
lap
ahead.
car of David
Who's it gonna
Smith.
be?
There's contact.
He's got
Keller
Huddleston
trying
to
to
the
force his
inside.
way
Huddleston
past. They're
not
side by
giving it up.
side down the backstretch.
Huddleston holding the
2
lead into
turns
turn
to
3.
go.
to the
Keller
bottom.
holds it to the bottom. He gets up into Huddleston.
It's
It's
gonna be
going to be a
another
photo
photo finish.
finish.
Coming to the
And
flag.
Trevor
First
Huddleston
and
wins
Trevor
at Kern County. What a race. What an ending. Holy cow.
Redemption for
Oh.
Trevor Huddleston after losing a
His
last
6th career
lap
win.
photo finish.
And
in
that's one way to
2024.
start your season. My
Huddleston
God.
holds the charge, and he will go to victory lane and celebrate here at Kevin Harvick's Kern
That was
Raceway.
awesome.
What an incredible
Trevor
charge.
Huddleston
What an
wins. Kyle Keller
incredible
2nd.
last lap
Tanner
move
Reif
there by
3rd.
Kyle
Robbie
Keller.
Keneally 4th.
Boy,
Eric
folks, this is one
Johnson
of those
Jr.
times where you
in
almost
5th.
wish you could have
6th
two
is
drivers
Gavin
down in
Ray.
victory lane
7th,
because
Adrian
both of them
Ferrer.
put on
8th,
winning
8th Cody
performances on that
Dennison.
final
9th
lap.
is
I
Daniel
thought Kyle
Hemrick.
Keller, with
10th
that power
is
move down
David
into turn
Smith.
one, was gonna take it,
11th,
but that
Blake
move off of
Lothian,
turn
and
two,
12th is
Huddleston did
Spencer
not give
Davis.
it up, and there he is celebrating. He's out of the race car.
Oh, wow.
And I
That
have
was
a
so
feeling we are
good.
about to hear an epic victory lane interview from his dad, Tim. We're going to send it trackside.
What was that, Keller and you? Jan Towing, I love you, Jan. This is what you and I talked about, buddy, this night right here. The King of Irwindale finds a new home at Kevin Harvick's Kern Raceway, dude. Last year, you thought we were going to be here until the last lap. Here you are in victory lane. That was unbelievable, dude. Congrats.
Thank you so much. Thanks to all the fans for coming out. This is what we wanted, this nice, beautiful weather. I know it didn't start that way, but thank you guys. We do this for you. So we're going to have a lot of racing out here this year. Going to do a lot of exciting things. Definitely just want to say hats off to Kyle Keller over here. I mean, that's how you race a race. He ran it perfect, and he didn't use me up at all. He was going for that win, and he just got unlucky that car was there. I saw that in my mirror or my windshield, and I knew.
Well, let's look at that.
I had to do
The
what I had to
last
do.
lap
Great
again.
job.
So at
Race car
coming to the
factory,
line,
High Point
you see
Racing,
Keller deploy the
my entire
bumper
family,
and pull to the
no matter
inside,
what.
but the 05 is
man,
on the inside just the wrong
Kevin
time.
Harvick,
Keller has to
just
try to
everybody
drive
who makes
up
this thing possible.
into Huddleston to
uh,
make sure they can make the
we
turn.
haven't done,
They're too
laps
wide
from
going down the
beginning of the year.
backstretch. Huddle slightly
Get this
ahead.
down.
They go
It's,
into turn
pretty
3 and
exciting.
4 sideways. You
Thanks
see
to
the
everybody
71 get a
like
little
Dad,
loose, and it's all
my
Huddleston
brother,
needs to
my
skirt
sister,
away
my mom,
and snab the victory.
dad.
And nab the victory.
Robert Yates Racing for hooking us up with the bad bullet. We're the only one with this engine in it, so we had to get her done. But my whole family, Jeff Schrader, Andy Partridge, Shay, Brian Schrader, wow. Who else am I forgetting? All the Spears people, this man right here that making it happen. Wow, thanks everybody.
Well, Trevor, that was I remember when we came here opening night, the very first night this place was existence in 2013. You remember that? It was in a blue car. Cole Custer was driving. I happened to be spotting on a radio. And when he took the lead, I said, pull the pin and set sail, baby. And that's what you did tonight, brother.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm pretty sure my crew chief, Jeff Schrader, was a little mad at me. He thought I was pushing it a little too hard, but he kept me calm. Will Kozak, somewhere up there. I don't know. He might be already down. But it was all them. They made it happen today.
Call in the dogs, put out the fire, because that was a first-class wood chipping blank whooping, boys. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner tonight, Trevor Huddleston. Getting it done here in Victory Lane. Unbelievable. Where's my man Kyle Keller in the house, dude?
Great, by far the best race of
happy
Kyle
for
Keller's
Jan, dude.
and
You have no idea.
I've seen basically
Jan
all of
and
them.
I talked about this, quasi-team deal, working together, going on the road, and putting race car drivers in his car. You are going to get that man his first win.
Oh yeah, definitely. It was wreck Trevor or race him clean. We could have had a good photo finish there, and then I got behind the lap car, and I'm like, man, I probably just got to take a right here. So I took a right, tried to put it in the middle, but it was either I stuff him in the fence or we just try to dog it to the end. I decided to dog it to the end. So I'm never going to race Trevor dirty. We've always raced clean, and I'm glad that you guys got the win, and we're going to race good all year against each other. But thank you, Jan's Towing, Jan's Racing, my whole team for giving me this opportunity. Driven Sunglasses, Battleborn Racing, Swift Springs, just everybody that makes this possible. we're gonna get Jan his first win, like you said, and hopefully it comes at Phoenix. If not, we got
Yeah,
we got
you
10
know
more
damn
after that.
well a regular
Let me
ARCA
tell you,
team is
Kyle,
winning at
here's-
Phoenix.
and this-
Tyler
so
Reif
many things going
told
through my head
Magic
right now.
that when he
And
did
what
it.
I really want to do right now is take the opportunity to thank Ron Drager and all the folks at ARCA Menards Series. Because when we went to them with the idea of taking the first race of the year from Phoenix and bringing it here from Kevin Harvick's Kern Raceway, a lot of people had to agree upon that. And I'm telling you right now, that was the best move we could ever do, because this is the West Series, and we need to start it here with West guys, and you, sir, are going to be a phenomenal championship contender with that guy this year.
Thank you guys, and thank you for all the fans coming out. Hope that was a good race.
It
And,
was.
hope
That
we
was
get in victory lane
worth
at the
it.
next race.
All right, see you later. Congrats. Over here.
Third
dude.
place, Tanner Reif.
What's that? Where am I? Oh, Trev, yo, what you got?
I know you hate when I do this, but I
Trevor,
gotta
what do you
definitely thank my fiance. She's the one who kept us fed all weekend long, and her mom. And I want to thank Andy, Caitlin, and Bryce watching at home. Sorry.
All right, that's it. He proposed last time, so it's okay.
Yeah, his first,
All right.
second one.
Tanner
Yeah, when he
Reif,
won
dude.
last year, he did
Hey,
do
dude, last night you took a trophy for your brother for his legend win. Tonight you stepped right up, and here you are on the podium in his old car. So happy to have you back in the West Series, dude. You're a phenomenal driver. We're lucky to have you.
Yeah, thank you so much. And yeah, I want to thank my mom, my dad, my grandma. You know, they help so much and they support us and they love that we race and you know,
Part-
they
I
do everything
mean,
they can to help us out. And
Tanner Reif
you know,
is
that was a really
definitely
fun
the
race.
inferior
I had
driver
fun. I
compared
came
to
here
his
prove
brother,
I'm a-
his younger
I'm
brother.
a decent driver. I could
But
wheel a race car and
kinda
it was
like
really,
Tanner
really
and
fun.
Taylor
I'm
Gray and Kurt and
really
Kyle
happy that,
Busch,
you know,
but-
Kyle was able to get second. You
He
know,
did good today.
Huddleston was able to get the win, but you know, I really want to thank the team, CCR. You know, they worked really hard all week.
Three different
did everything they
teams
could to make us
with
fast as we could
two of
be.
the
We got a little bit of
manufacturers.
long run speed to work on, and I was
in the
trying
top
to save
three.
up some tire there, you know, not let too many people go by. And man, Keller went by me, and I was like, man, that looks like a really good race car. I was like, man, he's gonna burn it up. It's all right, and he was able to stick to the end, so that was really cool.
All right, this is my man Tanner Reif right here. Class act, great dude. Going to be in victory lane. It's going to be a great battle between these guys this year. Tommy Jeffrey, that was insane.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you know, whenever Trevor Huddleston comes back to the microphone, you have to wonder what's going to happen because, like his dad said, the last time he did that, he proposed to his fiancee Nastasia in Victory Lane at
Another from
Madera
the
Speedway.
upcoming
Here's what we
regional
got coming
races
up for the
on
ARCA Menards
Flow.
Series
The next-
East and West live here.
So the
on-
next Flow race isn't until March 22nd, so that's in 2 months. But there's plenty of other races to watch until then. Hope you all enjoyed today. Let me just update the viewership and the subtotals. All right. And thanks to everybody who showed up. Hope you all enjoyed. BowserJrXD signing off. Watch the Rolex and have a good one.